see dead people.
Hey guys, hope you're going well. So today we are going to be reviewing an Australian film. What? I know, it has been so long since I've had a chance to review an Australian film, so we are going to rectify that right now. Cargo is the Netflix-released zombie apocalyptic thriller set in remote Australia and starring Martin Freeman, who is a Brit, by the way, not an Aussie, so they cast a Brit in the leading role for this Australian film. Probably did that because Australians don't go and watch other Australians act in Australian films. A very, very sad fact that Aussies don't generally go and watch Aussie films. It's just a thing. Trust me, I know. I don't barely watch any Australian films. This is the first Australian film that I think I've watched all year. Shocking, I know. And it stars a British actor, not an Australian actor. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love Martin Freeman, but I don't know, there's some kind of disconnect happening there. Martin Freeman is our hero, and his wife, played by Susie Porter, and their baby are escaping down the river away from the zombie pandemic in search of refuge. They give this part away in the trailers and it happens early on, but the clock is set for 48 hours because he is infected, so he needs to find a safe haven for his baby before the inevitable happens and the zombie fever takes over. Firstly, I just gotta say, country Australia is just the best place to set anything post-apocalyptic or dystopian. That vast outback is so beautiful but so desolate. It is just an incredible setting, especially for a film like this. Australia is an island, but it is also a very large country. It's bigger than Europe and nearly the size of the United States without Hawaii and Alaska. So I'll tell you what, if the zombie apocalypse was ever to hit, Outback Australia is totally where I would want to be. Now, the whole concept for the film Cargo is actually based on a short film, a 7-minute short film, which was created for one of the short film festivals, Tropfest, back in 2013. And I actually remember going to see it when it first came out, directed by Howling and Yolanda Ramke, and they have come back to develop their short film into a feature-length project, which is how a lot of short films, like successful short films, that's the track that they take. We all remember the exact same thing happened not that long ago with the other Australian breakout success horror film, The Babadook. It's a pretty excellent short film, and for a very short duration of only 7 minutes, it packs a punch for a pared back, simplistic zombie film. It works really well. It's actually available on YouTube, so go and check it out if you have 7 minutes. Definitely worth your while. And then over the years, as I heard, they were developing Cargo into a feature-length project, and then Martin Freeman came aboard and it started to gain some traction. I was definitely very interested. I am huge on Martin Freeman, and I think he was actually excellently cast, apart from the fact that it would have been nice to see an Australian in this Australian film. But besides that, if there was anyone that they were going to cast, Martin Freeman, excellent choice. I'm a huge fan of his, and it's great to see him doing an independent film like this with a role that gives him a lot to do. He is on screen like 95% of the time, and he does a fantastic job. The movie is solid on a lot of levels, but it suffers a couple of really key things. The main thing being pacing. I mean, you're padding out this 7-minute concept into a 90-minute feature film. The script has done the screenwriters have done a really good job of building more characters, more locations, more of a quest from start to finish, as the main character Andy is trying to find a safe haven and a people for his baby to live with. And there are some interesting characters introduced along the way, most notably Anthony Hayes, who is an Australian staple. He's very good, as to be expected, as he always is, so it's great to see him. There's also a big incorporation of the Aboriginal culture, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was really a nice thematic overlay, that the Indigenous people of this land, the traditional landowners, that in an epidemic like this, a pandemic, a zombie apocalypse, that actually their way of life and their survival skills is something that is working. And of course, the Aboriginal elder is played by David Gulpilil, and I always get excited when he's in movies, because if there's ever an Aboriginal character, it's him. Now, I'm feeling like this movie doesn't hold up as a survivalist zombie apocalypse thriller. It's much more of a slow burn, emotional drama, and the zombies just happen to be a background element. Martin Freeman is absolutely fantastic, and he carries the weight of the story on his shoulders and does a great job. I do love as well those Aboriginal and Indigenous elements laid over top, and those themes and messages that kind of poke through. But as a whole, it's quite a slow pacing and didn't quite capture my attention like I hoped it would. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this one. Like I said, it's available on Netflix, I'm pretty sure, and also the short 7-minute film on YouTube. So go and catch that as well. Short, sweet, well, not sweet, it's kind of scary, but short and impactful, so definitely worth checking out. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to my channel here if you haven't already, and keep up to date with all things movies and TV. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.